they're fucking watching me. I know they're fucking watching me. I have been awake all night. I've been awake all night thinking about this microphone inside of my telephone. And the fact that no matter where I go, it is always connecting to cell phone towers that can hear exactly what I'm saying or track me at any time. They don't even need a warrant to track you at any time through the antenna that's inside of this phone. Dear Lord, I would switch immediately to old school maps, a compass, and my own 2 feet. Hell, even like a remote GPS would be better than this thing. I'm so fucking scared of this thing. It drives me insane. I don't even break the law. I don't even say things you're not supposed to say, nominally speaking at least. I mean, in my country of origin, there isn't really anything you can't say, but you get what I mean, right? Like, I don't even really say anything particularly controversial or suspicious. I don't do anything. I'm just a normal private citizen. But these guys, whoever they are, I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want from me. I don't know why they're watching me. But whoever they are, they're listening to me through this device. They're listening to me through every device I have. They're taking away my constitutional rights. I have a right to privacy. I have a right against unlawful searches and seizures. I have a right to due process. I have a right to freedom of speech. I have a right to freedom of assembly, to freedom of religion, the right to bear arms, even though I don't even own any guns. I have all these things. But in practice, the law cracks down on you for being autistic. They want to lock me up because I'm autistic. There's no other explanation for this kind of behavior from these government agencies. There's no other explanation. They want to lock me up for the images of anime that I have on my phone. I have anime memes on my phone that make jokes about anime. But you can't make jokes anymore. If you make jokes, they'll lock you up. They will lock you up for making jokes. They're gonna lock me up for making jokes. They're gonna freeze my accounts. They're gonna debank me because I make jokes on the internet. This is what they want to do. This is what they want to do. They want to persecute me for being autistic. They want to lock me up because I'm autistic. I don't know what I did to deserve this. What did I do to deserve this? I don't understand what I did to deserve this. I don't understand what I did to deserve this. I don't understand what I did to deserve this. They want to lock me up for being autistic. This is the thing in this world today. I'm not even male. I'm a gender minority. But because I don't pass, and because I boy mode, they see me as male. And when you're a young, white, autistic male, you're going to be persecuted. You're going to be treated as the new boogeyman. Years ago, it was gay people. Years before that, it was black people. And years before that, it was Jewish people. And today, it's autistic people. Today, autistic people are seen as school shooters. Today, autistic people are seen as domestic terrorists. I was watching The Wheel of Fortune last night, which is one of my favorite shows. Sadly, Alex Trebek is not with us anymore. I was watching The Wheel of Fortune, and I couldn't help but feel like they want to take this away from me. They want to take away my ability to sit in front of my television and watch the kind of shows that I want to watch. They want to take away my ability to read the kind of books that I want to read. They want to take away my ability to make the kind of jokes that I make or to say the kind of things that I want to say. And it just seems ridiculous because, like, I'm a nominally left-wing person. I believe in freedom for all people and equality for all people. I love all people. Unless you're like a horrible racist or something like that. And so, I don't even understand why I'm so controversial. What did I do to deserve all this ire? What did I do to deserve all of this? They want to persecute me for being autistic. And it's just not okay. I don't understand. I don't understand how this is happening. I think today the best thing autistic people can do, if you're autistic, listen up. I think the best thing, also if you're autistic and white and male or you just appear male, you should listen up. I think the best thing you can do is buy some land, get a job, work hard at your job, buy some land in a secluded place, in a place like Wyoming or Montana or Alaska or New Hampshire, a nice place, Michigan, where you can be left alone. Go to the forest, build on that land a dwelling that is up to code, and stay there. Live off the land. Get rid of all of your technology. Just grow your own food, get a dog. Live off the land. That's what we need to be doing if we're autistic. Because autistic people, we're like the new Jews. The Jews are also like the new Jews because this horrible anti-Semitism is happening everywhere. It's like if Ron DeSantis becomes president, I really fear for my Jewish brothers and sisters. I think they're really all going to have barcodes on their arms at the end of all of this. But so Jews are also the new Jews. But also autistic people are the new Jews. And federal agencies such as the FBI, the CIA, the State Department, and various other arms of the U.S. government see autistic people on the same level that they see these monstrous people who shoot up schools, who shoot up malls and other places. They see autistic people on the same level because we have an atypical sense of humor, because we like to browse image boards and post memes of anime and engage in tomfoolery. They want to criminalize tomfoolery. Can you believe that? They want to make our way of life illegal simply because we have neurodivergent tendencies. And the arms of the state, these arms of the state, their hegemony, their rule is enforced. It's enforced. It's enforced by things like the Intel management engine, by things like your mobile device, your mobile cell phone. And this is precisely where this is precisely where they're tracking my every movement. They're watching me. They're listening to me right now. They're watching me. They're watching me because I'm autistic. And I just don't understand why this is happening. I'm an upstanding citizen. I do the right thing. I follow my responsibilities to myself as well as to society. I'm improving myself. I'm trying my best to get a job so I don't have to be lazy and on welfare. But they want to infringe on my way of life simply because I'm autistic. They want to kill me because I'm autistic. They want to come into my house and murder me because I'm autistic. Why? I don't understand why they want to do this to me. I don't understand why they want to do this to me. But this is the thing. This is what happens when the establishment media is constantly promoting prejudice, just like they promoted prejudice against the Jews, just like they promoted prejudice against African Americans, just like they promoted prejudice against the Romani people, the LGBT people, gay and transgender. They promote prejudice against minority groups. And when they do this, they want to kill them. Just like people in the Republican Party today want to kill Jewish people, just like they want to kill trans people. They want to do these things. And it's not okay. It's not okay to do acts of violence, but they want to do it. Just like they want to do it to autistic people, because they, in the media, they promote prejudice against autistic people. The liberal establishment, as well as the right wing, want to kill autistic people. And it seems to me like in the media, when they say people who are autistic are therefore violent because they did Columbine. They didn't even do that. It was people who had taken antidepressants, serotonin selective reuptake inhibitors. Those people did Columbine. But that's not every person who has depression. That would be insane. That would be like me saying that all white people did slavery. Not all of them did it. Not all of them. But if I just said that all of them did it, I would be putting them all in a box. So what they do is they put people with depression all in a box. I'm getting a little emotional. I think I started, I don't know what happened, but I think they put them all in a box. And then what they say is they say that those same people are autistic. They're not autistic. That's misinformation. That's fake news. maybe there was an autistic individual who perpetuated some kind of crime. I'm not denying that that's a possibility of someone out there in history, but that's not all those individuals. And yet, my way of life is infringed upon. When I post on 4chan, just like the many millions of people who post on 4chan, there is a diverse set of political beliefs. I have left-wing political beliefs, but I post there. And yet, many people believe that I would be right-wing just because I post there. And many people would also believe that I would have some sort of terrorist sympathies just because I post there. However, if you look at the totality of evidence, it would stand to reason that the vast majority of people who post there seem to be non-criminal elements in society. And yet, they persecute me for being autistic. They persecute me for posting on a website. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I don't understand this. What did I do to deserve this? Why do they have to watch and monitor and surveil and gang stalk my every single move? What did I do to deserve this? They want to punish me for being autistic. They want to come into my house and murder me for being autistic. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. But that's how they do it. They do it through their lobbyists, their various arms in the government, through the state media, through the Operation Mockingbird, because it never actually ended. People think Operation Mockingbird ended the CIA's control of the media. Operation Mockingbird never ended. And that's why, and that's precisely why they still control the media to promote these prejudices against various groups. I'm talking left-wing sympathizers, social democrats, LGBT people, African Americans, Jewish people, as well as autistic people. There's a new enemy in this world. There is a new enemy for the state, for the ruling class, for many people out there who want to cause endless suffering and expand their power. There's a new enemy. The new enemy is autistic people. And what we need to do is buy our own land and build our own cabins so we can live off the land by ourselves in peace and away from all of this. Because trying to be private on the internet is kind of like trying to encrypt yodeling. It's impossible. It's impossible. And so, how do you do it other than by just getting away from the internet? You can just get away from the internet. You can just live off the land and be away from all of this. You know, they persecuted Jesus as well. They persecuted Jesus because people stood with him and he believed in something. And they want to persecute me because I stand for something and I believe in something. That being freedom of speech as well as my right to privacy. But they want to trample over it. They want to punish me. They want to punish me merely for existing, merely for making some jokes online. I made jokes online, and this is the treatment I receive. This is the treatment I receive. I don't understand this. I don't understand why They want to kill me for being autistic. But this is how they do it. This is why in this very computer, there's no Intel management engine. The Intel management engine is gone. Five Eyes, I know you're listening. 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 You cannot listen to me through this device. This device falls outside of your greedy control. Your greasy hands, your tubby mitts cannot corrupt or molest this device. Your listening ears, clouded by ideology, clouded by ideology. You cannot control me. You cannot tread on me in this device. Glowies are seething. Feds are seething. Nice try, CIA. Nice try, FBI. Not today, CIA. Isn't there someone else you should be capturing? Think of all of the wasted tax dollars that have been spent surveilling, profiling, and profiling and surveilling autistic people. Think of all the tax dollars wasted on that. You know what they could be doing? They could be catching the criminals and rapists associated with Jeffrey Epstein. They could be capturing the many people the many people who take these bribes in the US Congress from big money donors under questionable legal pretexts. They could be taking out these many rich folks who paid zero in federal taxes. They could be doing all kinds of things, but they won't. They won't take out the bad guys who really run this country. They won't do it because, in fact, they're owned by those very bad guys who own this country. They do the bidding of those bad guys who own this country. And so who do they go after? They go after Jewish people. They go after transgender people. They go after gay people. They go after black people. They go after the indigenous and First Nations people who have protected this land for centuries, long before the white settler colonialists took it over and murdered and genocided those poor individuals. They go after those people. They go after undocumented immigrants who come to this country merely looking for a better life, merely looking for economic opportunity after their countries have been beaten down and their countries have been raped by U.S. imperialism. U.S. and Western imperialism has been decimating these poor countries in Latin America. So after we do that, after we finance the systematic turmoil and virtual genocide of these peoples in Latin America, and get them hooked through the CIA's trafficking of narcotics such as cocaine, they walk thousands of miles onto our southern border and then into the country, merely looking for a better life. And what do? We tell them that they're illegal. We tell them that human beings are illegal. Well, I've got news for you. No human being is illegal on stolen land. This is stolen land. This land was stolen by the indigenous and First Nations peoples of the United States. And yet, what do? We turn away people who we've essentially ruined their lives through through the wrecking crew, through through expansion, through destruction. This is what we do. And what we should be doing. What we should be doing is going after those in the military-industrial complex. Going after people like John Bolton, who financed, he even said it, I've done some coups in my life, who financed the coups that have been done to these poor countries, that have forced these people to sell themselves into prostitution, that have forced these people to run looking for a better life. What do? We make their life even harder through deportations and jail time. The literal children are being forced, they're dying at these detention facilities due to these policies that we have in place. But no, the people at ICE can't be arrested. But no, the people at the CIA can't be arrested. But no, the big money donors and billionaires and military industrial complex media moguls, those can't be arrested. The tycoons of real estate industry who, through massive profiteering that is kicking people out of their homes when everyone deserves a right to a home, those people can't be arrested. But no, the people who make billions of dollars every year lobbying to prevent renewable energy from taking hold in the US, the people who make billions of dollars a year destroying our planet with climate change, those people can't be arrested. But no, the people who go out there and say that they supported the attack on U.S. democracy, the attack on our capital, the people who go out there and say that they supported those things and even try to actively support insurrection in the future, no, those people can't be arrested. The people who go out there and say this horrendous Holocaust denial, no, those people can't be arrested. Even when they build these massive armories in the Pacific Northwest to go into the cities and murder trans people and profile them and murder them. No, those people can't be arrested. Even though they're planning hate crimes, they're doing hate crimes, and they're planning insurrection. They don't arrest these threats. They don't arrest the threats to our democracy. They don't arrest the people who are destroying our planet. They don't arrest the people who are doing these illegal coups in Latin America. Instead, they arrest innocent migrants. Instead, they profile autistic people. Instead, they profile me because I tell jokes on the internet. And right now, I know they're gonna do it. I know they're listening to me. I know they're gonna profile me for speaking truth to power and talking about the systemic inequalities in this country. They're going to do it. They, the establishment, the people in power, the government, the people, those people, whoever they are, they want to take me down. They want to take me down. And I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it. I am going to stand up. I am going to stand up for my rights as a U.S. citizen, one nation under God, and protect this Constitution that I have in my pocket right now. I'm going to protect this Constitution by saying that enough is enough. And I'm going to stand up and I'm going to use my First Amendment rights to say what I really think. And if they want to take me down for saying what I think, then so be it. But we have rights in this country. And I have a right to freedom of speech. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm speaking truth to power. So seethe more, federal agents, because I have power over my own devices. I can Libre boot my ThinkPad. I can use encrypted messaging. I I can grow my own food. I can buy my own land and build my own cabin, and you can't do anything about it because it's my land and it's my cabin that I built, and this is my computer where I know that I have control over all the software in it because it's Libre software. It's free software. Because even the BIOS is not proprietary BIOS, it's Libre BIOS. And when you have free software, you have a free society, you have free people. But they want to take that away from us. They want to take that away from us because they know that GNU/Linux was created by autistic people. They know that autistic people hold the key to a free society. They know that autistic people not only have the encryption key for their device, that autistic people have the encryption key to a free society, but they can't take it away from us. They can't take it away from us because we're gonna stand up. We're gonna stand up and say what we really think. And if so many people, so many autistic people saying what they really think is enough to arouse their fear, is enough to arouse their hatred, then I tell you this, US government, I welcome your hatred. I happily will be your enemy through speaking truth to power and saying what I really believe. And that's what I'm doing right now. So you can watch my every move. You can gang stalk me. You can profile me. You can debank me. You can keep closing my accounts. You can do all kinds of things to me. You can stop me at the border. You can stop me at the border over a satirical video. You can say so many things to me over a satirical video. But but I'm gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna keep fighting, and I'm gonna agitate. I'm gonna be a troublemaker. I'm gonna be a troublemaker. I'm gonna make a sign. I'm gonna make a sign, and I'm gonna go to the Walmart, and I'm gonna tell everyone exactly what I think with that sign. And you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about me sharing my beliefs, disseminating information, speaking my truth, saying words. I'm saying a lot of words right now. You can't take these words away from me. I can say words. I can have anime memes on my phone, and they can contain all kinds of jokes. I can make all kinds of jokes. And that's what it is. It's called freedom of expression. You can say anything you want. You can say anything you want within a reasonable limit, and you can say it. You can make all kinds of jokes. You can experiment with ideas. Because Benjamin Franklin once said that I may not agree with what you say, but I'll protect your right to say it. And that's what we should be doing. Not profiling people for being autistic. Not going after people for being autistic. Not going after people for experimenting with different ideas. Because it's precisely by talking about ideas, debating ideas, and having a healthy discourse that people can form the bedrock of a democracy. And that's what we gotta do. We gotta defend our democracy the same way that those brave Capitol Police defended our democracy on January 6th and repelled the neo-Nazi scum that tried to overthrow the US government in a fascistic coup. This is the thing. They believe that I supported these horrendous acts simply because I made jokes about them. I made a satirical video making jokes about this affront to our democratic way of life. And then suddenly, they believed that I was one of them simply because I'm autistic. And I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stand. I am not going to stand for this systemic profiling of autistic people. They believe, that I'm akin to some sort of, they believe that I'm akin to some sort of domestic terrorist simply because I'm autistic, simply because I make jokes, simply because I use 4chan. They don't know the first thing about what I believe. If you look at my record, look at my public statements, it is overwhelmingly the type of things that I'm saying right now. But this is the thing. Simply because I'm autistic and I'm using my free speech, I've become a target. This is because there's an attack on our free speech, because they know, much like the First Amendment, much like the Second Amendment, much like the Fourth Amendment, much like the Fifth Amendment, these rights have always been used by minority groups. They've been used by racial and sexual minorities, by political minorities, to protect their rights and to advance progress for the future. They don't want progress for the future. They don't want an inclusive and democratic society because it threatens their agenda. It threatens their power. It threatens their hegemony. And so, the war on terror, the war on drugs, the war on disease, all of these so-called societal ills that the government scapegoats in order to expand the state apparatus to spy on us, to illegally spy on us, like Edward Snowden found with the release of those documents, to illegally spy on us with the expansion of the state. This is what they do. This is what they do. The establishment, the government. And that's why they want to take me down. They want to take me down because I know about this. I know about these things that they don't want me to know. They feel threatened by the fact that I know these things that they don't want me to know. You know how I know this? You know how I know this? When you go on your computer, you have browser history, even if you turn it off. And that's being looked at. It all can be seen. So when I go to WikiLeaks, or when I look at what Edward Snowden is saying, they know that I know what Edward Snowden said. And so they know that I know that they're violating my rights right now. And they feel threatened by me being informed as a citizen, as a minority, as a gender minority, as a sexual minority, as a neurodivergent person, as a disabled person. They feel threatened by me. They feel threatened by me because I can use my rights. I can use my rights to call for change in the government. I can call for change by calling my representatives, by running for office, by disseminating information, by using my free speech, by controlling my technology. They know these things, and they feel threatened by it because a more progressive and inclusive world, this threatens their power base. This gives power more back to the people. So what do? They crack down on the Constitution. They try to take me down. They try to take you down. They try to take down the Constitution. And that's what they want to do. They want to take down the Bible. They want to take down the Constitution. They want to take down our democratic way of life. They want to expand state power to every level of society until eventually there is no society, because we're all worms. We're all worms in a cephalopod, sucking from the teat of the state, groveling at the heels of the ruling class, of the capitalist class, of the bankers on Wall Street, of the military-industrial complex and the patriarchal racist majority, my actual minority, the racist minority and who controls this patriarchal society. They want to do it. They want to put transgender people in camps. They want to put autistic people in camps. They want to put undocumented immigrants in camps. And they do this precisely by attacking people like me. They attack people like me because they know I'm innocent. Because they know. Because they know that I have taken the power of knowledge and vested it in myself. And through vesting it in myself, I have possessed the capabilities. I have possessed the great capabilities to engage in comedic genius. They want to attack me for my comedic genius. They want to attack me for going on 4chan. They want to attack me for being autistic. And it needs to stop. But the only way it can stop is by buying your own land, by going out and building your own house on your own land, far away from society, growing your own food, using a map and a compass instead of a cell phone, and controlling your device, your computer, making all software that you have Libre software. And that's how you do it. That's how, this misogynist asshole, Andrew Tate, said that the Matrix was after him, that you have to escape the Matrix. This rapist and human trafficker said to escape the Matrix. But really what he wants you to do is enter a new version of the blue pill. He wants you to escape reality because he's the exact kind of person that the government wants in charge. If the government had their way, someone like that would be in charge. In fact, they already are in charge. Just look at Harvey Weinstein. Just look at Jeffrey Epstein. These are the people who are in charge. And when you think about it, the way that you escape the Matrix is through doing all of the stuff that I'm talking about. You want to talk about the real Matrix for a moment? Never mind the fact that the Matrix was just the red pill and the blue pill were actually analogous to estrogen pills, and the Matrix was made by two transgender communists. Never mind that fact. If you want to escape the Matrix, what you do is grow your own food. What you do is Libre boot your computer. What you do is only use free software. What you do is build your own house. What you do is buy your own land. This is how you escape the Matrix. And that's the truth. So, I'm stronger than ever. The more that they attack me, the more that they profile me, the more that they surveil me, the stronger I get. I can take 100 bullets. I can be beaten down. I can be hosed down in the same way that they hosed down Martin Luther King Jr. They can hose me down, but I'm not gonna stop fighting. I am not gonna stop telling the truth. I am not gonna stop fighting for my freedom. And that's the truth. And you can deal with it, but that's America. America is a free place, and you can love it or you can leave it. I, for one, love this country. I, like many millions of patriotic Americans, love this country. And that's why I gotta speak about this. I gotta grow my own food. I gotta buy my own land. And that's how we do it. That's how we escape the Matrix. That's how we speak truth to power. And we do that for long enough, and eventually, maybe the political establishment will start having some respect for minorities. We'll start having some respect for our democratic way of life. That's all I gotta say. Feds are seething.